right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I made it, y'all. I made it. I made it. I made it. Woo! Yes, I was aiming for noon, you all. This is I, Dr. Chef Felicia Ann, and I'm tuning in for our Motivational Monday. I would like to give a few time enough to come in because my noon, I was trying to set up everything and it didn't set up the way I wanted it to. So this is the reason why I am tuning in to you all now and close to 12:30 versus noon. So preferably they gave some of you all that maybe tuning in from work that noontime break time to be able to tune in. And so I'm going to give you all a little bit. It is a Monday. This is Motivational Monday because I know how challenging Mondays are. And so this is the reason why I do Motivational Mondays because they're usually coming off of the excitement of the weekend for those of us who get a little bit of break on the weekend. And there are some that do not. And so either way, the body is taking a different type of shift and turn, and we need to be motivated. Most of us usually do in order to have the strength and the energy and the healthy mindset to finish off the rest of the week. And so let me give a little time to tune in because I know some of you all were aware. I didn't make a whole lot of announcements up until that full point because I didn't have flyers. I just came back from Columbia, Tennessee, y'all, for a prayer breakfast. I had posted it on my Facebook page. Some of the service, it was magnificent. The evangelist, she did a wonderful job, a very anointed, very powerful job at praying and of prophesying to a lot of the members, the brothers and sisters that were there. Most importantly, on my behalf of the ministry that I have in me and what I have been called and chosen to do, and the reason why I'm here before you all today, and that is the health and wellness ministering to you all. And so they were very, very supportive. Sister Mildred, yes, Lady Mildred, and her dear beloved husband, Pastor Brandon, were very, very supportive and much love, even though they're on their health and wellness journey and they have encountered their own fair share of setbacks, like so many of us do on a regular basis, especially coming from off the weekend. I just found it very amazing that they were still wanting to support and had that love of God in their heart to want to invite myself out and whoever came with me to set up a table, and to not only just to set up a table to introduce and to teach and coach any of their members, but as well they wanted me to speak on the power of prayer. And so I spoke for about 25 minutes. And that was my first time, y'all, actually speaking on the power of prayer. At first, I was thinking, yeah, she's going to call me up so that I can speak on natural health and wellness and how it correlates to the word of God. And no, it was the power of prayer, and it made me go right back to what God has blessed me to do as far as through the power of prayer. The power of prayer is the reason why, one of the number one reasons why I believe that I'm still here today, and not just from the power of my own prayer and my communication with our Creator, with God, with Yeshua, is because the power of the prayers of my mother, grandmother, my aunties, the beautiful spiritual moms that I have had all my life in my life, and that is continually praying for me. My elders, the elder men that label in the gospel that are practicing more of a divine way of living than most would probably say that most men are. I have those praying for me as well. So I have my elders, women and men that are far wiser than I am, just because they're even more experienced, that's been praying for me. And so speaking on the power of prayer there in Columbia, Tennessee this past Saturday, and then also getting the opportunity to present all of my products that you guys see here behind here. It was just a beautiful experience. Thanks to my spiritual aunt and uncle that went with me. They've been very supportive. And so we went in three, you all. And it worked out just amazingly. It worked out great. Hey there, how you doing, Auntie? Glad to see you tuned in. I know I got in. So I'm just waiting to give different ones a chance enough to tune in because I know instead of starting at noon, I had to start at 12:30. So when we get in and say a short prayer, and then we're gonna get into this motivational Monday. Yeah, y'all know how we're doing. I ain't giving up. Why do you think they call it Motivational Monday? Because you got to get motivated to be able to come before y'all to help motivate you all to stay healthy and well. And I do look forward to hearing from you, Auntie Tracy, to see how you come along. If you started, if you didn't, what kind of time that you need. So I'm gonna put that out there. Yes, I am doing very well. I made it back safely from Tennessee, just in case you didn't catch that. If you zoom back just a little bit, you'll be able to fast forward and see what I'm talking about, where I was out of town, and that's the reason why. And I did. I made it back late last night. And I was like, okay, let me get up here. I didn't have that technical support. And so I had to do it myself, y'all. So I came before y'all myself again. Yes, I did. Even though I am not a tech I'm not a tech whiz. Yeah, I did it. I did it. I did it. It did. Took some motivation, but I did it. See, everybody's not used to this. I'm like, I do not try to put on the fake about anything that I am not accustomed to doing. But what I am good at, I'm doing that the Most High blessed me to be able to do. I'm very appreciative. I'm very thankful, and so should you be, because some of y'all are really good at this thing. And it's okay. I said I wanted to learn so that I can be able to continue to come before you. Hey, this is Tyra. How you doing? All right, all right. Hey, Sister Taryn, I'm so glad to see all of y'all. It's good to see you all. I was just thinking about you, Sister Star, out heavily this week. So I pray you are well and everything is going well with you and the family. I said, I got to give her a call and see how that strong Warren sister doing. I said, I got to give her a call. But see, God bless. Just see it pop up. And so I say, so I'm just thankful to be back home from Tennessee. As the last night, the speaking engagement went very, very well. It is part of it is aired on. I have to share it to my page on my Facebook page. I don't know how to put it on YouTube yet, y'all. I can try to check and see can I do it, and y'all hear me speak on the power of prayer and how it correlates over into what I'm doing now. So that was my first time speaking on that. So I was excited, nervous, but excited. And woo-wee, I surprised myself. They say you don't know what's in you until somebody pull it out. Oh, woo. I mean, I know I got something there, but like some of y'all know what's in you, but you don't know until somebody puts you out there. And this time, a couple of years ago, that's how I got here. Is someone put me out there, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is not what I am accustomed to. I'm used to hiding behind in my office and sitting and having a nice commune with my brothers and sisters and helping them and getting coined as the Harriet Tubman of health and wellness. And I'm like, okay, now y'all. So God knows I'm so thankful just to be alive and well. I'm thankful to see those of you all that's able to tune in. I am doing well. I started a bit, but I didn't fast with the lemon water before I took the colon purifier. So it didn't work. So this week I will follow your instructions. Oh, it's okay. That's part of it, Auntie. And so I'm glad that you was honest, because there's some others that probably didn't do it and they needed to know. Hey there, Brother Rashad. It's good to blessings to see you. Shalom. And so yeah, and so it's okay, Auntie. This is part of the reason why we constantly come before you on Motivational Monday, because we want to make sure that we motivate you to get on track. If you fall off or something, or you don't start it off right, I'm that coach who where no, you're not going to get beat up at all. Never feel bad about starting off something that you're not accustomed to the right way, especially when it comes down to natural things. This is the reason why we use, and for those of y'all that may be tuning in and those who may tune in later, what she is talking about is the colon purifier. that helps to cleanse the colon and get you guys started, give you a better chance of being able to absorb the healthy foods, minerals, and vitamins that you do have, so that it can boost that immune system, and it help to eventually help support healing your whole entire body from whatever disease or discomfort that you are experiencing in your body. So what I normally recommend is at least one day, at least 24 hours of fasting, which is technically not a fast. It's more like a cleansing, a hydration and cleansing process of 24 hours of, and we incorporate the lemon for those who are that's been eating any forms of artificial foods or just been in very toxic environments, or maybe you've been eating your food too fast. It's multiple reasons why the body will experience some form of constipation, you all. Multiple reasons. Stress also can cause constipation. I know some people that get constipated because they're working outside their home a lot and they don't like using public restrooms. So they try to wait till they get home to use the restroom. So they'll literally try to stop themselves from eating, from having a bowel movement just because they don't like the restroom. And trust me, yeah, a lot of me and my siblings and my father's side of the family, we are most definitely also kind of, some of us kind of diagnosed with what they say called being what's the condition they call it, y'all, when they say that you um like stuff clean, or you like you don't like to be around a lot of germs. Some of the old term was germophobic. But what's the name of that? Yeah, OCD. Yeah, look at the title. That little initial itself sound crazy. But no, OCD just means that you like being in clean environments, and that's fine. And I'm the type where I'm OCD. Don't mean I'm not gonna come around you, but I am gonna get to clean to something. I'm gonna get to moving something. I'm gonna try to put some things in order. And so I completely, honestly, can relate to those who may feel like they got OCD and don't want to have to use public restrooms. But I'm also one that's very keen on making sure that if it's something that the body has to naturally do, in order for it to stand a better chance of being more healthier, then that means it's good to have alternatives. And the alternatives is just as simple. Yeah, I told y'all, I always pray to God that He give me wisdom to know how to just give it to you all plain and simple, not talking a whole lot of medical jargon to you that in the end you'll wind up forgetting, and you're going to ask anyway, what was that again? What did you say? And you know, a lot of us want to sound so smart and we want to sound so intelligent. If you are, you are. If you ain't, you ain't. That's how that works. So I here go to secondary. Get some tissue or bring your own little cleaning stuff. Clean it. Clean the area. Lay out something. Use the restroom, you all. The constipation is not worth you having your OCD moments. Or don't sit on it. It's just that simple. But you got to cleanse that gut. You got to cleanse that colon, because not being accustomed, most of us not still being accustomed to eating high fiber foods like your fruits and your vegetations. And we have all this artificial toxic meat, and we got all these different artificial breads and all this stuff. The system can't do it on its own. It's overworking your gut, your bowel movement. And before you know it, those muscles starts to collapse, you all in. They're tiny muscles. They're not big at all. They're not big at all. I encourage some of y'all that's not too sensitive visually. Look up the colon. Look at you can YouTube that and it will show you how sensitive. And I like to make reference to the scripture in the Bible says that He beautifully and marvelously made us. It's marvelous how the body is made inside out, and just how strategic everything is. And so, just like you're not a biologist or a one that studies the human anatomy, you don't have to be today. We have it on these channels now. We just got to use this thing for the right thing that's really, truly helpful for us. And so if you do that, then what you find is that that colon needs to be able to be flushed. It's there for you to release the trash. And I am hearing a few. I am. Thank you so much, too, Sister Star. Look at how it helped me out there. Because it just wouldn't come ahead. I guess I used it so much, it just blocked it right on out. But nevertheless, This is one of the number one things that'll help keep you alive. It will add an extra 10 to 20 years on your life if you learn how to master cleansing your body, whether it be through fasting, whether it be through mostly drinking your H2O or H3O, and whether it be through you just eating high fiber fruits. I heard some of you all went ahead and took the challenge for the 20 or 21-day fruit fast. Fine. Some said that, hey, it was exciting. They feel good. They feel rejuvenated. And others said it wasn't no big deal. It's natural to them now. That's great. But my concern is, and my job is, with the 20 plus years that I've been doing this, is to inform you all that this has to be a lifestyle in order for you all not to have to need any type of assistant, that is all natural as well, that you can actually mix in your organic fruit juice. You can mix up to anywhere to 2 to 3 tablespoons of the colon purifier, and it will help the fiber in it. It's all natural. It'll help gel up and absorb to stop you from having diarrhea or loose bowels. Okay. And so that's why I chose this one. And I've been using this one almost 15 years now, on and off. And I have many powerful testimonies for it. I'm just not set up to be trying to call out, that's too tiresome for me. I just don't have it to be trying to beg you all to come on and say, give your testimony. I don't have that in me. Others do. I don't. I'll just be honest. I just feel like whatever people feel inspired enough to do, they're going to do it. And if you ask them once, and it's fine. If you got to be picked, I know, because I've been one that's been shy and nervous about coming before this screen. And I'm not one that necessarily feels like, because it's supposed to affect mostly those that's around you, and you being the light to shine for others. I just feel like that's something that you all should just have, that my clients should have, feel comfortable to do when they want to. It's just that simple. And so that may be the mother in me, or just me, may just be because I understand, and because most people know that get a chance to speak to me or meet me can tell if I'm not aligned or not. Even though I know we got a lot of good liars out here today, and I have dealt with my first share, and I'm sure some of you all have too. And I'm like, and I don't want to go to show you how close that's been to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you just lied like that. Oh my God, don't you know you're gonna be found out? Don't you realize that you can't fool people for too long? Some of us are actually quite intuitive, or I was raised in the church, believe that, or have the spirit of discernment. You know what I mean? They got a spirit of discernment. And so I'm just thankful that you shared that, Auntie Tracy, because, hey, Sister Jerry, look at my mother for sure, and the Most High, that's been very, very, I'm so thankful that I had a praying mama, y'all. Oh, and if you didn't, it's okay. Look, I'm a mother, and I'll pray for you all. I'll be a praying mother for whoever they need one. Okay. But I'm so glad I had a praying mother. And I'm going to say that I'm going to shift off of the colon for a bit. I'm going to say that. And Sister Adrian, you know why. Mother Adrian, Cherry, you know why. Because my mother used to always, there was a few times before she passed that she, some years ago, when she said, no, I pray that if and whenever God take me, that I'm already prayed that God just send all, and I get a little choked up. Guys, just real soon, y'all. Oh, that's too soon. Whoo! I just thought about it. See what you did, Mother Sherry. I was like, she used to pray. She's like, I pray that if I ever leave here, that God just send mothers to you all. That God just send all of the support system that you need. And wow, it just been 2 years with her being gone. Y'all, we in Motivational Monday, y'all. Come on now. I'm sharing my testimony here. And I would have never got a chance to know that her prayers were answered until she transitioned. Because I have you all, and you know who all you are, that has been a tremendous positive praying forth a strength out of this world to me. And I'm like, oh God, I never would have known this, that when she would say it, I'd be like, man, Ma, I don't want to think about you not being here. But I did, and just to see it and not, not know me for all the days of my life. And you don't know, just this is why I do it, you all. This woo. Let me take a break. Oh, just give me 1 second, y'all. Man, I said I was going to express all of my feelings, but I didn't want it to always, it just sneaks up on me. You could tell I haven't mastered that yet. But trust me when I say that it's tears of joy. It's tears of joy, not tears of sorrow, because like a lot of you all are dealing with pressure. Hey, Sister Cherry, I'm so glad you got your stuff. Sister Lauren, so glad to see you. It's just certain things that you just don't know that the Most High have in store for you in your life until you go through something, until you have that test, or until that loved one is gone. I didn't realize that I wasn't going to be able to get the foundation up and started, or even have the bravery. And I hope this helps somebody, because you all are called to do something too. I didn't even know I would have the bravery to even ask, because I'm so used to being a giver all my life, to even ask for any support or help to do anything, until my daughter transitioned. And of course, now I'm feeling more compelled to say, no, I gotta help, because I remember what I went through, having to just mostly focus on being a mother and a caregiver, and to help other mothers with their children, and working in the field of nursing and rehabilitation, and seeing how many would come through and didn't have the answers or information or what could help their children, get to a more healthier state in their different diagnoses. And so I would do it where I could, even before I became a naturopathic practitioner. I would do it just out of the unction, as they say, out of the unction of the spirit, and didn't know that this day was going to really truly come, and I was going to have that strength or support system to do it. So just simple texts, and it's something that I've been inspired to do too. I want to have that, where sometimes when you all send your number, put your number in there, send it in there. If you just want words of encouragement here and there, whether it's a scripture, whether it's a positive saying, whether it's just calling. So I'm going to have the Dr. Chef care call system, where I just check in on you just every now and then. I may not be able to always talk like I do on here. This is designated time to just talk for a long period of time, but some of you all I've had time enough to do that with you all, and the airway just gets clear for you, because that's your time. And so because that's been given to me, I have to give that back. And I've said this before. So it don't matter what you go through. It don't matter what kind of pressure that you are encountering. I have so many along with you all now that I'm forced to have to pray for, that I'm forced to have to think positive, because I understand now more than ever, like a lot of you do, this way is not easy. It's just not easy. It is easy when you're not met with so many adversities. Of course, it gets better. It gets easy. The scripture says his way is easy, his burdens is light. But obviously, we're not just dealing with the burdens of, or the way of just the Most High. We're dealing with the way of the world. We're dealing with the way of a satanic system. We're dealing with the way of men that are confused. We're dealing with the ways that are twisted by even some of our women. We are dealing with the ways that are just not healthy for us overall as a family, as a people. And this is the outcome, that health and wellness people have to rise up and start teaching about the temple that the Most High has given us, because we are being destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And we're also being destroyed for so much confusion on how you accomplish living a more healthier life, how you can accomplish being a more spiritual minded, positive thinking, helpful person. And I mean, I had got a chance to glance through and just see all of the different teachings and all that. I said, whoa. I said again, I said, yep, I can see how this could be so confusing. But I asked the Most High, I said, Lord, bless me to be able to get to a place to where I can simplify this thing for us without um, scaring off your people. And I mean scaring up or without creating more confusion. And this is the reason why I have the patience that I have. God bless you, my grandmother Cheryl Carter. Oh, introduced me to you, and I look forward to working with you to improve my life and health very soon. Oh, thank you, Stelyn Jones. The Jones, hey, I come from the Jones clan too. We all right, then that's good. Yes, your mother is another mother. Oh my God. Cheryl Carter. Yes, she's another. Oh my God. Blessing a host of wisdom. And this is where we at, you all. I work with youth. And so I like merging that gap. Hey, you all, we can't do away with our elders. That wisdom and that experience is so much needed. And I've seen it where those of us like myself and others in my age bracket where they're doing the 50 on down to babes, we're lost without understanding that life has a cycle. And where you fall at in this cycle, it's no different than how well a woman take care of her body when she's going through her cycle. If you eat healthier food, you will not have a horrible cycle. If you learn how to choose to do your best and not to be in as super stressful environments, your cycle will go a lot more smoother. Men have one too. It just doesn't show up the same as women's does, but they have their cycle as well. And if they learn how to eat more healthier and focus on more godly things and listen and ask God to lead and guide them, they will not fall into vicious cycles either. And so I think about those scriptures that says that we're forever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of truth. Oh, deep. What's truth? The truth stands on. The truth sets you free. It sets the captive free. We see that. But however, we live in a time now to where I realize we got so many that are afraid of dealing with the truth about something to the point to where it's done turned into depression for them. Oh my God, because the lies that's been told, because this fictitious world internet scheming that's taking place just to get that money, or just to have attention. And I read somewhere maybe about a month or so ago where they're saying that the new addiction is attention. I said, ooh. Ooh. They say it's not outside of drugs, it is attention. And most people want attention. And don't get me wrong, I think that it's okay as long as you're around people. Okay, so duh, you're gonna have some attention, especially if you got something to say or you're contributing in some type of way. So I mean like that. But they mean where they get anxiety, where they don't feel like they just start to stress out and start to lash out. And they just start to whining and doing a whole lot of extra things. Even in some cases, they do positive things just to get attention, meaning to work behind the scenes of something, or to just like how some people secretly try to bless somebody else and or pay for the grocery and then they leave, they don't tell the person. They know they got to get attention for that. Well, yeah, I'm the one. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean they're doing it solely just to get the attention versus doing it solely to just to help the person. That is the new addiction, is right. And I'm led to believe that is it. That is so true, to the point to where they're willing to say all type of manners of things and do all and put on this facade. And being unhealthy, that's what it does. If you are what you think, or you become what you think of yourself, whatsoever man thinketh, so is he. That goes for us two women. Then think about it. You are what you eat, because you thought about that food before you ate it. And it's talk about what did your body become made up of. What did they say? Oh, well, you're lacking in vitamin D. Oh, well, you're not eating enough vitamin D food. You're not taking in enough sun. You're not you're not absorbing enough vitamin D then. So you become vitamin D deficient because you didn't think that it was important enough, or maybe you're working an inside job and you didn't think that it would be important to really think about that position before you took on that position, because you were thinking about the money more so than, I'm not trying to step on any toes, but keep in mind, I said the truth will help set you free. It will help set the captive free. I had someone that's near and dear to me in my heart, and I'm gonna label it just like that. And they wanted me to do a lifetime of work with them, basically give my whole life to them. And I initially signed on to it because what was being presented to me was what I thought to be the truth. And I was ignoring that little, y'all know, that little feeling that you get, and that other thought in mind, with that subconscious mind to come in saying, something is off. I was ignoring it because there's so much good things. It was enough good things that I felt like that could come out of being in partnership with this individual. But I could not ignore, and here's where being healthy minded and having the prayer life and having your elders will help do for you. You're not stuck thinking in a very immature mindset. You're not stuck just thinking or being in a weak mindset to where now here it is, you're lacking in nutrients. Here it is, you're lacking in wisdom because you don't have any elders that can speak life into you or speak some wisdom into you. And then here it is, you're wanting, or you're lacking attention, or you're lacking in love and commitment. And now you're willing to put your whole life on the line in order to be able to receive these things, not realizing that through this, it gives the opportunity for you to be deceived because of what you are deficient in, whether it be your minerals and your vitamins that you need in order to maybe keep yourself healthy and well. We're in Motivational Monday, y'all. Whether it be that love that you've always wanted that maybe you didn't get from your father, you didn't get from your mother. Maybe you never got it at all from anywhere to make you feel like you deserve to be loved. Whatever the case was, it made you feel deficient in the most important foundational areas of life that can help you to develop, to be a healthy minded and spiritual minded being that really truly does have a great impact, a positive long-term impact on another person or brother and sister's life. That's everything. That's all that it is. That's all that it is in life. That's the best you could be. So understand that I understand when I come before you all to motivate you, and then I get a little choked up here and there just thinking about all the positive spiritual things that my mother planted into me, my father planted into me. As my father was also a giver, he also helped the community. He also worked. He took care of the elderly. He took care of his children. He took care of us. He poured a lot of positive things into us. And so I automatically, because that's what's in my cup, that's what's in my vessel, I have to give that back. It's overfilled now. And it doesn't go away just because somebody come and try to pour it out like, hey, wait a minute. Or just because somebody come and try to drain it out of me, because it's still around me. It's still in me. The words and the powers of the words and the Holy Spirit is still in me. Regardless of who tried to put poison in it and tried to taint it, I still had 80% of natural, organic, powerful juices, spiritually and naturally, still in my cup, in my mind, in my vessel, in my soul. And I got enough to share, you all. I got just enough to share for anybody that wants to say, drink of this cup of what? Good health, perseverance, motivation, good teaching, good friendship, the power of prayer, all of those good things. I have to give that back. We are supposed to recycle. You don't just let it come. You just fill the cup up and just put juice in there and just let it just sit there. No, you drink that up for the day and then you pour some more. You go find a way to find some more good juice, good drink. That's what I want to make. Look, that's part of it. That's it, y'all. I told you I don't write down my notes. I go off of the leading of the Spirit of God, of Yeshua HaMashiach, to help me. And the feeling when I see different ones' names and different, and you all know, we all know each other's stories enough to know what we all need. Enough. Like share you all, if you forgot, because it does help for it to pop up when you all, but to my understanding, it helps for it to pop up if ever there's glitches or whatever, because, and that's the reason why I'm trying to continue to do it and come on, even if I'm late, even if there's technically difficulties, I try to do this. But this is part of it. And so it's the reason why I don't just constantly just give out regimens unless you call. You call in, you all to the 618-388-8100 number via text. Get your consultation in. If it's a busy time for me, I say be persistent. God didn't give up on you. He didn't give up on me. So I can't give up on you. That's how that works. And so I need y'all not to give up on me. That's how it works. I think that we just live in a time where our people really, where it causes us to be so self-centered sometimes and so selfish. And it is a scariest time where, in some cases, depending on your environment or the group of people that you have around it, you may feel like you have to always be on guard. You may have to constantly look over your back. And so that puts you in a position to where you feel like you got to always be only protecting yourself. And I understand that, because now I'm an empty nester. It's just me for the most part outside, and when I'm going around my family. And so I could easily feel that way too. But I don't. Why don't I? It's just me. Why don't I? Because it's what has always been poured in me. It's the Spirit of the Most High that covers me. It's the Spirit of the Lord that covers me. He's been doing it all my life. And I am chosen to make sure that I share my testimony to help another brother and sister overcome. Oh, thank you so much. You're so strong. Only in Christ, only in God. And I know I had my auntie to tell me the same thing. One of my great aunties tell me the same thing. She said, I just constantly be thinking about what all you went through within this past year alone, just in 1 year. And then if I add the other year, how many people? Your mom. Oh my God, you never get over that, because she too, her mother had transitioned, and she knew how challenging it was for her mother had transitioned when she was 18. I said, you got to understand, if I've been coaching and teaching since I was 15, first just for normal things, the schooling and what that always led to what was going on at home. So at 15, when I was in junior high school, I was chosen to mentor youth. And then, of course, being the eldest, I've shared that many times before. It just come naturally. And I just remember just through hearing the younger people, that was younger in age than me, my heart just started pouring out to them. And knowing the struggles just within my own family and my siblings. I mean, it ain't probably nothing you can't name out that I have not heard or have not experienced, or don't know of anyone that's close or near or dear to me that have not experienced it, really. And I'm not trying to ask nobody to try to bring on nobody. But I'm saying that I've seen so many people overcome, including myself, to where you can't unlearn that. It's just certain things you can't unlearn. It's like as simple as this. You ever taste the apple? Can you unlearn the taste of the apple? Do you not remember the taste of the apple? Do you not remember the texture of the apple? And it's different kinds of apples. It's the yellow, it's the green, it's the red, it's the dark red. It's all these different color apples. And I'm not talking about the genetically modified ones, because those really don't have as much taste anymore to me. Or either they're trying to invert so much sugar now. Hey, sis, love you. I'm glad to see you doing better. I just got out of town, sis. Please forgive me for not being able to call. I had issues with my charging up while I was in Tennessee. And so I'm saying this to say that it's just certain things that you just cannot unlearn. You would have to be prayerfully that it don't happen, but it has happened to a lot of people where you would have to get amnesia from some type of accident. And even then, that's even proven where the mind is so powerful, so strong, to where if it's another section that holds and stores memory, that it'll come back in flashes. Going to show you that we are recorders of life. We are the book of life. And that just came. I don't know where that came from, but it just came to me like that. And so, how can you not, when you see that just because something doesn't go the way that you think that it should go? And I know we've all had those moments and days that because you were able to rise again and you have breath in your body and still do a good work, still help your mother, take care of your mother, still be able to try to help out your father, still try to take care of your siblings. Come on, sometimes I get so simple with you all so that I don't get too heady and strong-minded to the point to where, or too, as they all say, too uppity. It's one thing to dress conservative. It's another thing to be intelligent or to be so spiritual. But it's a whole nother level to understand the most simplest thing in life and just to appreciate it. In all things give thanks. Some people call that reducing yourself to. I call it increasing yourself to, because and it's a humbling experience. It's a humbling way. So when the big things, the real big good things finally happen in your life, when you finally lose all of that weight that you want to lose, when you finally get that job that you've been waiting for, when you finally get that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, when you finally meet that goal, you're so blown away. You're so happy. You can't help but to bless somebody else. So I go to the smallest thing, like example. Didn't make the appointment. Other things not working right. Oh, I didn't hear from my daughter right away when I wanted to, and I was thinking about her. Anything that's about, oh, my products didn't come in time. They didn't come in on Monday. It came in on Tuesday. I already let them know it was going to be on Monday. It didn't come in on Tuesday. Whatever. The computer is not acting right. Oh, the mate is acting up. Oh, he said he want to do this. Now you're doing something else. Whatever it is, my boss is getting on my nerves, my preserved nerve. Here I go. Listen up. Ooh, thank God. All praise to the Most High. I got all 5 of my fingers and they work. All praise. Ooh, thank God, my nails. They not all toe up from the flow up. Oh, thank God. I can touch my face and I can feel it. It's somebody that's paralyzed that can't even touch their face and feel it, y'all. That's how simple I get. To remind me what's most important in life that's going to be with you every day. I need to be able to feel my skin. I need my fingers, because I can't type out anything in the chat. Oh, thank God I could see. Even though I got injured in this right eye when I was 5, thank God I have a left eye that I can see perfectly clear through. Thank God this eye is not completely gone out. That's how simple I get with it. Y'all be wondering, y'all be saying, oh, she got this profound. Sometimes it's profound, but most of the time it's just that simple. Oh, I found the pair of shoes that can actually fit my feet and it does not hurt. I could stand up in these for 8 hours and my feet don't even hurt. I was able to give that homeless person $10. There was a time when I couldn't, because I had to take care and put it all on my children or do some other things with it. That feels good. I was able, I saw the smile on their face, the anxiousness on their face. I come back around, they got them a bag of food. It may not be all fruit either, y'all, but it's just the fact that if it was me, if it was your mother, your father, your uncle, your sister, your brother, and you didn't know that they were homeless on the street, wouldn't you want somebody to take care of them? It gets that simple for me, you all. So when the big things happen, that don't usually happen. Girl, you got your own product line now. You got Dr. Shelf DC on there. Go on for my DC queens. Y'all were praying, guys, because I didn't even plan to put the DC on there. Just so happened to be the last state I was coming from when my daughter transitioned. So just the way everything was just orchestrated for it to happen. The individual that helped caused a lot of turmoil in my life and chaos in my life, God just took through prayers. This is why I focus on you all being healthy minded. It is in the fruits and feeding the temple the right thing. But it's more so too in asking to ask and you shall receive. Ask the Most High, ask God to help me to have a strong mind. Ask him, I promise. See, I think that the issue is, I'm gonna be honest now, some of y'all can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. Some of y'all are afraid to ask God to give you something good. Something that's going to help you to persevere, because it is true. So much is given, much is required. More responsibilities come at you when you ask for more. You got more money? I don't know about y'all, but my baby girl gonna ask for more if she think the mama got more. You feel me? When I had my mansion, a big home, more people wanted to come and stay. Even when I had a smaller home, everybody wants to stay too because they want to eat. So once again, I was blessed to be able to know how to cook even before I became a natural, healthy, holistic chef. They want to eat, so everybody, let's go to Felicia Ann's house. Let's go her way, because we know she gonna be fixing up pies, cakes, big juicy turkeys. She gonna be doing it up with this Thanksgiving time. And not only is she gonna feed us, she gonna cater to us too. To whom much is given, much is required. I'm here to motivate you all to say, stop being afraid to exercise the gifts that God has given you. Hey, my cousin Patricia, good to see you. In my Alabama family, y'all. Here I go. Where the tray at? No, she's not that kind. She's not that kind, y'all. She's a praying woman. That's on my father's side of the family. Such a blessing to see my father's side of the family. Probably get a chance to tune in too. Yes, and I love you, cousin Pat. I was just talking about how my elders, brothers and sisters, women and men in my family that's giving me strength to be able to get through. And that's part of being healthy. That's part of alleviating stress, y'all. How else do you think that people that are working out and that are eating healthy, when you find out, or when they days in, or if they're walking, they wind up dropping from heart attacks, y'all? How else? And it happens more than what is reported, because nobody wants to be deterred for being healthy. I'm not saying that, but I understand the power of the mind and how you're thinking. And y'all know I told y'all I'm going to always go back to this mind. Yes. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Y'all coin the saying, because you heard it from me first. It is mine. It was given to me in my mind. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. But more importantly, it's a terrible thing to put waste in. I had to tell somebody, well, not somebody, it was my auntie. Let me straighten it up. It was my auntie. My auntie said to me, yeah, I'm using it as a mirror, y'all. Is that right? My auntie said to me, ooh, she went in to use the restroom last night. We're traveling back from Tennessee. And, that's the way we do it, baby. Yes, we do, our cousin Pat. And she said that mind you, I just took her to the second restroom, and the guy basically wouldn't let her use the restroom. He stayed in the restroom, in the women's restroom. Now, mind you, I'm boiling, because one, this is my elder auntie, and she's been a prayer warrior with me. She's been a force that's been helping me. And it ain't too often, y'all. I'm making a confession on Motivational Monday. Like, share. And I'm thinking, my auntie got strings in her neck. She's got condition, but she's a strong, as they say, a strong Black woman. And I'm thinking, what you say? She said, I gotta get in. We gotta go somewhere else. 3 stops now just to get her to the restroom. This is my elder. She's past 60. I'm at this point now. Come on now, to mine. Now I done ate my healthy food. But in my spirit now, oh, let me go in here and give it to him politically correct. You done tripped. Come on, can I just keep it 1,000 with y'all? Tell I keep it 1,000 with y'all. Come on, because y'all gonna get your vitamins and your fruits and stuff. This is Motivational Monday. Come on now. I'm telling y'all how to stay out of jail and how to stay alive and be well in my mind. So the more and more I hear her constantly talking about how this man done sit here and not let her use the restroom, and we already had to be deterred from the restroom across the street. Now, mind you, it was in one of these areas that we passing through just to get home. We almost at home, y'all. We just an hour away from home. And it was one of those little hick towns. And I say, look, call it like it is. So we knew what it was. And my auntie, she's a beautiful, dark-skinned woman. Her presence has to be made known when she walked through that door, okay? She had her head wrap on as well. So we knew what it was. So, but in me, I was ready. I'm ready to get up, and I said, oh, no, that's against the law. I don't care if he is working there. Let me go in there and talk to him. My quarterback said, this is not the area. This is not the place. This is not the time. We can't risk getting locked up because they're going to flip this stuff back up on us. And I went, woo. This is the first time my auntie seen me get upset. I said, I remember when they did some stuff like this to my mother. And I'm like, that's when the flesh rise. Because I don't like anybody messing with my elders. And I don't like anybody messing with the children. And clearly my adversary knows it. So every now and then, notice I said, I didn't say every now and then. I said every now and then, I get tested with it. And all I can think of is you just got through speaking about the power of prayer. Now pray, daughter, that your spirit be calm. Be glad your auntie made it out there okay without a dispute. The other restroom, the other stop is just about 2 minutes away. Let her get in and take her to it. See, but if I had been sprung out on some drugs, if I had took that road trip and had ate all the Snickers and the candy bars and just got a little bit of that artificial sugar in me, I don't know about y'all. Some of y'all are good. Maybe some of y'all are stronger. Some of y'all probably can do it. Some of y'all can probably take in a lot of candy and junk and chemicals and be sane-minded. I couldn't do it. You're not going to let my auntie use the restroom? Really? I'm fired up. I'm like, no, I wasn't going to go in there strapping y'all. But I'm going to go in there with my words. Now, you got 5 minutes before I call somebody on you. And it might have would have got bad, y'all. But all praises be to God because I had my fruits. I had my proper drink. I had already had gotten prayer from my elders. I'd already given a good word. Now I can simmer down, even though I know this is bothering my auntie. And we made it home safely. Now I'm able to come before you all without you all having to turn on channel 2, 4, 6, and 8 and channel 11 and NBC and ABC and 1, 2, 3 and see that Dr. Shelton been locked up because somebody was acting prejudiced and wouldn't let her auntie use the restroom. It's always a setup, you all. This whole world is what I'm saying is used that there's good and there's evil. And what I'm saying is that doesn't it make sense to motivate your mind to want to eat of the good tree versus the evil tree of life and death? What has been concocted by Satan and his imps. And when I say Satan, I mean anything that goes against the good nature of the Most High, the good nature of God. You want to eat from the good tree. You want to eat and learn from that is healthy and that is good. But is what has happened is now it's intertwining. Now it's mixing. And God has dealt with me to tell you all, look, don't get discouraged just because you all see us going through different things that's in this position of being an influencer or minister or leader in any shape, form, or fashion. In these last days, you have to save yourself from this untoward generation. It is more evil here than it is good. But it is a known fact that if a few people unite themselves together, there is a writing that says that there is nothing that they cannot accomplish. There have been many wars that have been fought, and it wasn't in the name of Jesus. It wasn't in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. It wasn't in the name of Allah. It wasn't in the name of Confucius. It wasn't in the name of Buddha. And the armies were smaller to compare to the bigger, and the smaller army beat and won the war against the larger army. So that means that even though we're few in numbers, that means to me that even though we have these big industries out here, that everywhere you look, there is some type of fake Franken food. There's set up some type of poisonous drink that has a sweet taste to it. That's out here, some type of artificial minerals and vitamins now that's out here that's set to clog up your system and mess up your kidneys. That there are a few good men and women that are here that are trying to lead you into a more healthier, spiritually and naturally way of living so that you can have life and that more abundantly. And I've been chosen to be one. I decided not to be Jonah in the belly of the whale because I was frustrated. I'm being honest with you all. I was frustrated. I was frustrated too. That's why I wound up marrying who I had married. I was frustrated with the deceit. I was bothered by how I had affected my firstborn daughter. I'm seeing all of the toxicity, but God had dealt with me and said, no, sister, no daughter. He don't never call me sister. He call me daughter. Y'all call me sister. No, I want you to do this with love and kindness. I want you to do this with my wisdom, not yours. And if in any time during this journey, you stray, or you find that the ones that I have chosen or allowed to work with you or you with them start to stray, your job is to simply pray and to encourage. No matter how the side effects take or try and take us by storm. And so I'm in a position where now I'm like, okay, what do I say? Because I see what's happening. I know certain things that you all just don't know. I had to stop there, y'all, because it was important that I do. I understand the agendas. Oh, far too well. And what I'm going to say is that when these agendas, when you all look more to us than you do to God, to your creator, it can give you a major setback. So I'm here as your health and wellness coach, as your sister, as your friend, and as your family member to say, keep looking to the hills from which cometh your help. Because it's still true that all of your help comes from the Lord. Your Lord is not me. Your Lord is not anybody else but God. Changes is going to come because that's what happens, especially at the end of the year when the season is shifting. It won't just be a weakened immune system. It's going to be a weakening in the spiritual realm, because it's going to take the few that are laboring in this work to do more. And we don't have as I said, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. It's not a lot of us. It's not a lot to compare it to the millions that our eyes are starting to become open to see that, hey, if you don't want to die in this and you want to battle, you want to have the strength to fight, then you got to treat your body right. You got to feed your mind the most healthiest things that you can. You got to pray. You got to pray. I hate to go old school MC Ham. You got to pray just to make it today. I ain't even thought about that in my memory. He used to do that thing. Oh, you got to pray just to make it today. And he's ministering now. And you see how they iced him out. They doused him out because he's talking about preaching now. I don't know what lifestyle he living. It's not my business. I just pray that we make it today. Okay? I pray that you all be inspired, and not just through me, but through whoever God lead and guides you all to, whoever the Most High leads you to think before you put things into that temple that can affect your mind, that can cause anxiety, frustration, confusion. Because I'm seeing it even amongst the naturopaths. They are confused. The weight and the pressure is coming so much because the heart wasn't right. The heart wasn't right. The heart has been challenged. The heart has been broken. The heart is wounded. The love of God, the love of Yeshua is not really residing there. It's a selfish one that's arising when we get, and I asked the question to my sister Cherry, you was there, and I'm so thankful that, I'm going to say it again, I'm so thankful for my elders. Young people, young women that tune in to hear, like, share, y'all get your elders with wisdom that you see is living a stabilized life that is thriving with grace. If you don't have none, ask for them. God will send it to you. I promise you he will. I promise you. If it don't happen within this year, you can call me back personally and say, Dr. Chef, you know what? I asked God, I asked him how to send me some more elders with some wisdom, and he didn't do it. And then I'm going to send you mine. How about that? Deal? All right. I got that. I send you the number and all. Okay? I'm saying this to say that when you're doing a great work, I asked my elder today. I said, I've been puzzled about this thing, about how is it when I'm reading in this scripture that I do believe in, whether it be stated in the manner of life and death or in a spiritual way, where it said, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. I knew you not because your heart was far from me. I was like, what does this mean? What does it mean? What do you mean? He said that the people came to him and said, I did this in your name. I did that in your name. I healed in your name. I taught in your name. I preached in your name. I fed the poor in your name. They going on with all these good works that they did. And then he said, no, depart from me. Get away from me. Some of us do that when we find out that somebody is being conniving or lying about something. We do that even in relationships. But there's a spiritual force there that's over us that also does it to where now you cannot fully operate without being whatever's done in the dark comes to the light eventually. If you don't bring it to the light, it's coming. Because that's just a cycle of life is what I'm starting to learn. And here it goes. I'm saying, how is it? Oh, I get it. He shared with me, and I'm sharing it with you now. That if you claim to be a child of God or a child of the Most High God, then what you have to do is make sure that whatever you do, you're doing it from a pure place. Don't do it from a bitter place. Don't do it from a deceptive place, because it's going to come back null and void. It's almost like somebody that's walking around with counterfeit money, and they get by with a few of them because they didn't check the money. They didn't hold it up and see that the barcode, the true number wasn't there. So they rush and they put the money in because they see their face. It looked like the face is honest. It looked like they wouldn't give them no counterfeit money. So they didn't check the $100 bill. They got there, they got over, they got the grocery, they got out, they got whatever they got to do, got out. What do you got people that's doing that today with all the good things that the Most High still blessed us to be able to have to help one another with? So back to mom asking the question to my elder, I said, I've been pondering over this thing for years because I just didn't have the heart to want to believe that we could be ones that have all these good things that God has given us to help one another and then play around with that. I didn't want to believe because that's not where my heart and that's not where my mind is. But then he allowed it to be said to me again. I'm hearing the voice saying to me what their agenda is, what they want to do, what they're trying to do. And I'm like, ooh, wait. And I had to be honest with my dear beloved. Let me call it that and say, I'll sit back and I'll listen to my elders all the days of my life. It's only when I have deviated from it, whether it be from them showing me what's good and healthy to eat, or whether it be from the wisdom of God of what it is that sounds like is the best thing to do, the best direction to go or not. And I'm telling you, I said, that's not going to work, brother. That's going to be exposed. God said, don't become the judge. Most High said, don't become a judge. You start praying. The power of prayer, y'all. Remember, I just got asked to teach on that and to come and to present my products. The Most High used the other sister, Mildred, to say, hey, Dr. Chef, I need you to come here and I need for you to teach on this. I need for you to come and speak on this. And so I said, okay, Father, what do I do? Because their minds is tainted. And they have access to so many souls that is relying on them. Y'all know I grew up in the church. I grew up mentoring and counseling too. And I do even for quite a bit of leaders, as a matter of fact. And no, I will not share their names because that's privacy. But I'm just saying it to let you all know that no, I deal with quite a bit. And I realize where the adversary is trying to trip all our people up at. But this is the reason why I have to be removed and I have to be placed in this space of where I'm at, so that I'm not caught and found in the midst of anything, neither that was not the perfect will of the Most High for my life. He knew you before you entered into your mother's womb. Some people don't believe that. I believe in that. Hey there, Shanice. Hey there. Hey, Sister Jeanette. Good to see you all. And I'm at the place where I'm like, okay, you all keep praying. I'm praying. Sister Jeanette, y'all need to be praying. Big time. Big time. Y'all need to be praying. If you never believed in it before, pray. And I think that our spirits connect enough to where I don't even have to get specific in this case. And I said, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? Why am I being given this type of information? Why you allow my mind to have to hear this? Because it's like you throwing the trash in my hand and telling me now make healthy food out of it. And it was just simple. When you have a healthy mind and when you're constantly before the Most High asking him for the right thing with the pure heart, he'll give you the answers. And the answer was just simple. Call out all of the prayer warriors that you got, everybody that wants to see you and your family and everybody that you work with succeed so that we can help more people. And tell them to pray. Just pray for them that the wisest decisions are being made. He healed me. Now I get it why he allowed me to be as strong in him the way he did to this point, because he knew that it wasn't just about the passing of my mother and my daughter. It wasn't just about losing a lot of loved ones and you all losing your loved ones. It was about the world impact, the impact from all over that this would make. And I think about it, y'all, even the satanic government that we have today have people behind them praying. And they call them wickeds. But they have a prayer that they pray, y'all. They all gather together and they pray. No matter how evil we all think that some of them are, no matter how much in black and white of evil things that they have done, no matter how many unjust laws has been passed, they even believe in the power of prayer. And what it is them putting minds together, not just to eat fruits and vegetables, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Y'all got to go a little bit deeper than that. Why would you be trying to have a healthy mind? It's Motivational Monday. Like, share, y'all. Why would you need to eat healthy? Why do we stay healthy? For multiple reasons: to work, to provide for our families, to pay for your house, to have a vehicle, to feel good and healthy, to be able to help one another. You're not just doing it for yourself. To live longer, to stand a chance. Sorry about that, you all. I sit there and I hit it. Them hands are working. To help one another, because you realize you can only do that with a more healthier body and mind than you can than being sick. And so in order to get you to fall, that means the very thing that we are teaching against, you have to be tried with it. So I could have easily been tried with, let's say, adversary could have easily tried me with, oh, okay, well, since this is not working right in your life, but since your daughter gone, then you should take and collect up all this money that you're getting and don't put it into your natural health products. Take it and put it into your own home, and you go hibernate and just call it quits, because you have the right. You lost your mom and your daughter and several loved ones in between. Somebody said, well, wouldn't have been wrong with that? We would have understood. It's not about when it's not about that. It's about knowing what you've been chosen to do, and us making sure that whatever it is that you've chosen to do, that you do it in due diligence and in the right spirit. What's the right spirit? Nothing that's going to backfire on your brothers and your sisters to the point to where you're leaving, you're confused, frustrated, and like all hope is gone, because we know how to make messiahs out of each other. We know how to make, y'all guilty. We're doing just like the children of Israel did. The Most High was trying to give them, he gave the manna from heaven, and they still turned around and asked for a king. We wanted to see a reflection of somebody pointing at us, telling us what to do, because it feels good, because daddy not in my life no more. Oh, I ain't got no husband now, so I need a man to tell me something. Oh, I ain't got no wife no more, she's gone now. Oh, I need a woman to tell me something now. But yet the first thing we as spiritual people do is turn around, or religious folks will turn around and go right back to that Bible and read all that and skip over all of the most important things every day of your life that you have to do. It's not just about the food, is what I'm saying to you all. Let's stop thinking that on this Motivational Monday, this is your foundation. Eating healthy is the foundation to helping you to feel good and to think more clearer in the mind, to help balance out those hormones, those emotions, that testosterone. You'll know when it's not, because you ain't going to be led out there saying that I want to sleep with everything under the sun. You'll know when you are not operating in fully in selfish flesh. It's because you're not going to be walking out there talking about, I don't want, I'm not going to share nothing with nobody. I'm not going to get a homeless nothing. I'm not going to feed nobody nothing. You'll know, because we're going to see the contents on your face. And I just realized that some people are so blind. Unfortunately, some of us are so blind. It could be right there in front of your face, and you could see a person swelling up, and you sit there and tell them, oh, you look great. What are you comparing it to? No, that person needs prayer. They need prayer. They need you to be honest. The truth will set you free. Brother, sister, I see you falling off. Is it anything I can do to help motivate you to stay healthy? I'm finna charge this phone, y'all. This computer. I know you got a lot of work to do. I know you got a lot of pressure on you. I know the stress is a lot. I know you lost some things too. Whether it be because of your bad, poor choices and decisions or not. I know you need help. We all need help. That's why I'm here for you all today. I'm going to calm down a little bit. I'll calm down. But I have to do it because the Most High chose me to do this, because he clearly knew before I did that I was going to be placed in a position where I was going to have to answer something. Because everybody don't know that my life has changed. Everybody don't tune in to YouTube and Facebook. Some people think that my life is still the same. I still have people that I'm seeing from 20, 30 years ago that still think that I'm married to my first husband and my children. That's what happens when life shifts and you don't meet, and you don't see people till later on. They shocked. They don't know because they ain't been in your business. And even the business that they probably done gotten is probably not all the business. You getting half the business, especially if you're dealing with talking about marriage and couples. You ain't getting all the information, nor you're not. It turns into a selfish thing that we do one to another. And you know when people want to see you grow and healthy-minded and full and with your family, because they're not going to pick a side. They're going to, like Sister Cherry, so many people, unless something is done to you, they rub your spirit wrong. Ultimately, they're going to support, just want to see everybody in your life do well. They're going to want to see everybody healthy and well. They're going to want to see everybody in your life be spiritually sound-minded. They're not going to pick and choose a side. Everybody knows that's been listening to me that I often say, pray for my brethren. Pray for my family as we pray for you. I leave out nobody because I don't have a selfish heart. And anybody that's been a part of my life, this including you all, they know it, and they still call me to this day. That's not to give no glory to me. That's give the glory back to the Most High, that I'm being obedient to what he's telling me to do. No matter how somebody hurt me or disrespected me, who am I? They disrespect the Most High. They disrespect the President of the United States. They disrespect your children, disrespect you sometimes. It's part of life. Now, the only difference is that you can deal with all of them in a different kind of way that y'all can get dealt with. But you can't deal with the president if he disrespect you. You just gonna have to go and rally to the White House and try to get somebody that's a legislator to try to change some laws. Or you gonna decide that, yeah, look, I ain't voting for them next year or in the next 4 years. I ain't voting for them. Matter of fact, I ain't voting for the man. You know what? Matter of fact, I ain't voting for nobody. It's a different way, you all. So when I say motivate you to be healthy, I'm saying motivate you to be healthy so you'll be overall healthy, spiritually, naturally, to where it has an effect on your family in the most positive way. My prayer is that everybody that's married, you stay healthy and married, that you be united in a more positive way, regardless of my situation. As I say, you can't tell it like I can't tell it, so you got to let me tell it. And when I tell it, I got to tell it in the way that God has given me to tell it. But it's not your place to tell it because it's not your story. It's not your testimony. It's not your biography. Our job is to help one another and to be an encouragement to one another. I have not done away with anybody in my life and my family. I'm constantly praying for them. I talk to them on a daily basis. Just because you don't know that, and just because you don't know that, don't mean anything. That's my family. And my children call. And some of y'all that's tuning in, some of my classmates, they know. And it's okay. Because the unity starts at home. I don't care if you are divorced. You got children. There needs to be a communication that's going on for the sake of the children. I do not care if somebody is incarcerated. You need to be checking in on that loved one if you love them at all. Even if it's just by letter. Well, I can't have them running up my tab. I'm running up my thing. I can't afford that phone. Write a letter. Write some scriptures. Communicate. It's only through love and kindness can you draw one another. It's only through love do we all feel the passion and the need to live. That's something to live for. Have a child and have that child never to call you mama or daddy, or never say, mommy, I love you, or mama, I appreciate you, and see how bad you feel as a parent. Thank God I've never experienced that. Even when my daughter was not speaking at all, and I am making reference to Najee, she always made sure her actions told me that she loved me. She wanted to be right underneath me. She hugged me. She kissed on me all the time. Mostly, though, when she wanted something, but you know how that is. My son did so much to where I just went, boy, if you don't stop putting them wet lips on, oh, stop it, boy, because he do it with so much passion. I'm like, boy, oh, let me go, boy. I feel like getting feisty, y'all. What? Okay, you got your kiss. Stop it. Because he normally do it when I'm really focused on it. He do it on purpose. So I'm in focus. Hey, mama. And so I can't wait till I see him again. And the adversary want to have its way with that too. But he can't. But I'm saying, you all, yes, it's in the health and wellness, but the health and wellness have to be in the right spirit and right mind. This is how the people got to a place to where they said, when they asked the Most High, I said, I did this in your name, I did that in your name, I healed, I fed the homeless, I preached, not teaching. He said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I knew you not, because your heart was from me. We was taking the glory from the Most High God. He said he's a jealous God. He'll have no other God before him. We see that just with how this nation is going. We done played with Yeshua HaMashiach. Everybody, now we all on this Hebrew Israelite thing. Yeah, I'm throwing it out there. We on this Hebrew Israelite tip, and we're children of Israel. You're children of Israel. What kind of child of Israel are you? What kind of people of Israel are you? Are you the ones that's only want to be the people of Israel just so you can collect many wives? Just so you can get a lot of money and a lot of attention? Are you the kind of Hebrew Israelites that said, okay, I want to obey what the Most High had called me to do and come out from among Pharaoh and his army? Come out from amongst them that's not teaching of your way, that's not practicing witchcraft, that's not practicing. Are you of that Hebrew Israelite? Are you of the light, period? And if you're not, then he's going to say, depart from me. Guess what? Before God even get to the chance to do it, the people will. We know the history of hypocrisy. We know it. It doesn't matter how much support groups you got. They supporting wicked people every day. Look how many wicked people that Bill Gates got following up behind him because he's dispersing all this money and all these different programs. He giving many people, he got millions with jobs. So you think everybody think that man is evil because he done sit here and got on national TV and said we need to depopulate 75% of the population? You think he don't have a following? You think he don't have support? Yeah, he do. He got billions. And his wife is the same, even though they're supposed to be divorced. Oh, the parent plan. Yeah, I'm laying it out there. Over abortion. So they been got started. Her whole family is over it. They been got started in helping us to depopulate the earth by taking teenage girls and women that didn't want to have their children. May God bless their hearts and souls. They've been killing off our babies. This ain't nothing brand new. This ain't nothing new under the sun, y'all. So this is the reason why you have to be healthy minded. This is the reason why you got to feed the temple what it needs. So you can have a spirit of discernment, and more importantly, have the strength to where you don't find that what I've gone through as something that's foreign, that I can bounce back. I can bounce back because I got the spirit of God in me. I'm not doing it of my own flesh. I would have, Felicia and hell would have gave up a long time ago. I know my personality trait. Some of my classroom mates is tuned in. They know I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll stay to myself. I've gone on to myself. I've always been friendly. But if you coming with some drama and some mess, I'm going to handle that and I'm gone. I get that from my mom and my daddy and my grandparents. You have to force me to have to fight you on something. I bow out gracefully. I don't want to battle this. I was quick to say, it's a waste of my time. This is nonsense. You done lost your God-picking common sense, and you done lost your mind. That's why I stayed out of trouble most of the time. And I said most because I had some influences too, y'all, just like a lot of us did. But as you get more mature, and I stir away from that term older because I realize that too is a trick. Because most of us think that when we use the term "I'm getting older," we don't really realize that in this country we live in, it's set there to make you fear aging. Like that means your body is supposed to automatically decline because they know most of us lacking the knowledge of how to properly take care of our bodies. So when they say age, well, you know you're over 40, so that means you're supposed to be going to menopause. That's a lie from the pit. I am not going through menopause. I'm 48 years young. And thankful to God for it. I'm not going through no menopause. I don't break out in hot, cold sweats. I don't go, I'm having a whole fit. I have noticed that I don't want to have to deal with certain nonsense, but that's because in my mind, I know what makes sense and what doesn't. But I'm not sitting there to, you know what, y'all better not mess with me for today because, you know, my menopause is starting today. Menopause is coming from toxic food and stress in your life that you haven't given over to the hands of the Most High or haven't asked Him to make sure that you're able to give you the wisdom and the knowledge to know how to deal with life changes and situations. But mostly from the toxic foods that we eat. That's where menopause come from. And so you all have to, all that cluster system. This is the reason why Most High blessed me to have my own. And look at this, y'all. Let's give me a second for Miss Naomi. Y'all see, this is where mommy come in. See, I could have said I was going through menopause because she keep calling me. Naomi, mommy is on live stream. Motivational Monday. Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can you read my message? That's what you...
Is the message that doesn't by any chance got anything to do with what you normally ask about?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to have to wait, my darling. Be patient. In your patient possession your soul. Had to answer that, y'all. I'm tuned back in. Sorry about y'all blocked out. I had to answer the baby girl, which ain't no baby girl no more. 19 going on 190. And so you know your children. And so I'm saying that to say that this is something that we have to all keep in mind, that there is an order, that our enemy is far more organized than us. And now I'm not saying that to say that we are totally defeated. Not at all. That's not where my faith lies because we're putting in some work. But note that in the end, you're going to know who's really for you and who's against you. They're not going to take off on you. They're not going to leave you hanging. We got so much work to do here. It's what the Most High dealt with me about. We got so much work to do here within our own home, within our own place. This is the reason why people ask me, well, why come you ain't go in due time? There's too much work to be done here. Does it mean that it's wrong for us to go and help others? No, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. But you better not neglect home. You better not be neglecting your children. You better not be neglecting your spouse. You better not be doing it out of time and out of season because it has a way of backfiring. History shows that. Y'all, that's just like you getting a paycheck and instead of going to pay your own bills, you go and pay somebody else's bill and then you go walk back in the dark because you didn't leave over enough to take care of your own electric bill. And then get mad at the Most High and say, well, Lord didn't bless me to have enough to take care of that and this. Well, my heart was to fix. No, you wanted credit for taking care of somebody else's place. And so you went ahead and neglected your own. Now, if it's a case where a person is hooked up to some type of oxygen machine and you willing to make that sacrifice because you don't want to see that person die, you see how I went there so fast? Because I know, I know what kind of extreme cases where you should be. And at that time, then you should have been asking somebody else that can help so that both of y'all can have some electricity. See how that works? Wisdom kicks in real fast. when you're not operating off of zealousness, when you're not operating out of wanting to be seen or wanting to get credit. Wisdom kicks in real fast, y'all. I don't know who I'm speaking to here. Wisdom kicks in real fast when you say, Lord, whatever your will. That's the hardest prayer to pray for most of us. Come on now, y'all know. Not my will, but your will be done, Father, because most of us are still struggling with believing in them because we can't see it with a physical face. We can't, knowing good and well we didn't create the sky, knowing good and well that we did not create all these trees, knowing good and well, you know good and well you ain't put them stars in that sky. You know good and well you didn't make your own hand and you didn't make your own eye. You don't even know how vision began. I don't. Do you know? Who created hair, y'all? Somebody tell me who made hair? Who came up with the idea that we should have hair on top of our head so that we have to fool around with it and putting all this stuff up in our head and trying to figure out what the right grease is to use, the right oil, and how much you should wash it and who you should? Who came up with that? Somebody please tell me. Who made it where we even got to even talk to each other so that we can better understand each other? So why can't we all just couldn't just sign language or just did like some of the cavemen used to do and just show each other objects? Whose idea was that? If you can find the author of that, if any of y'all can find the author of who created all of these things, what man or woman created all of those things, before we even knew what a Bible or a Torah or anything was, I'm all ears. I'm waiting. Who created all this stuff? Who came up with the idea that we need to eat fruit and vegetables in order to be healthy? Who did that? I wonder who even thought that we even need to be healthy at all. That is my will that you prosper and be in good health. It didn't even just say healthy, it said good health. Like there's a difference between being in health and good health. It is. You can be healthy enough, you can have health enough just to stay alive, but be all sick within. But because people see you walking and talking, they think that you're well when your mind is all the way sick. Your mind is all the way gone. Well, they look like they was normal. They wasn't saying nothing. When you have the spirit of discernment, and when your mind is being rejuvenated by the medicine foods of God, when you're taking in scriptures and positive words give power. That's energy, life, and death lies in the tongue. And it is one of the reasons why I believe we're so tested by our taste buds. I've said this years ago. That is the reason why there's a writing that says that the tongue is the most unruly thing, one of the most unruly members in our bodies. And I often thought, is it just because we talk and say things that we probably shouldn't say? And then it came to me, said, no. Because I know some people that don't even talk. Some people that are mute. Some people that are very quiet. They don't even say much. And they have lost their mind. They became murderers. So even though they didn't go around saying, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to take out somebody today, their actions spoke pretty loud. Or we do it with our food. We do it with those who have been have unfortunately have been strung out on drugs, whether it was a prescription drug or whether it was just through peer pressure or social pressure and being out in the streets and somebody hooked them on drugs. Our taste buds matter, you all. What's in our mouths? What get to the motivational factor? Colloidal silver, mucus build up. Let's shift. That's heavy, y'all. That's heavy. I'm gonna probably have to wind up starting another channel if I'm able to speak on these things. That's what just hit me in my brain. I'm gonna have to start another channel. I'm gonna have to start another one with how to rightfully divide things. It's your help. Your taste bud is not your only. Somebody asked me that. Your taste bud is not the only thing that you struggle with. The most thing that we struggle with is how our minds think. That is what will determine what you're going to eat for the day, what you're going to touch for the day, where you're going to allow your feet to lead and guide you to the day is what's in your mind. If I eat my fruits and vegetables, does that stop somebody from being a pedophile? I know healthy people, y'all, that's doing some wicked things. How would you know that, Dr. Shell? That's my business. I know some very healthy people that's doing some really heinous things. And I mean, their regimen is tight. But in their minds, they have a mindset that because I am healthier than you, I'm better than you. In their minds, they told themselves that because I'm more intelligent than you, because you need me and I don't necessarily need you, I can get another. That they're practicing some really heinous things, you all. So when you're on this internet, you all, I tell you, be careful. Be careful for nothing. Be careful for everything. Not be afraid, because fear is not of the Most High. It's not of God. But be careful. Warning comes before destruction always. And the warning is not just, guess what? The labels are on there now, y'all. So there ain't no more warnings. It already gave us the instructions. All we got to do is read. All you got to do is read. Y'all want to know what kind of healthy products I have? You read the label. You get in the hands and get your thing in. Line up. I said, oh, okay, she does have everything good in here. Oh, that's the instructions. B12, energy, blood food. I need that to help regulate my blood. I need that for the natural energy that my blood needs. I need that to help penetrate the minerals in my body so that whatever's in my stomach, guess what? When your stomach ain't right, y'all, it is true that when you got the wrong things on that stomach, you desensitize your ability to be able to know when an attack is coming. I know, I've been there, I've done it. Even when you're fasting and you didn't plan on fasting and you didn't write down and make the vision plain on why you're fasting, and now you become your body become deficient, an attack comes about of some sort. You can, because now you're too weak to fight back. You're too weak. Your mind, now you got a slight headache. Now you can't even think straight. Now you don't want to deal. Now you become passive. The children able to run all over you. Your husband able to go and talk to you any kind of way. Everything is in disarray. You don't feel like going to work now, but you shouldn't be really working on no full-blown fast anyway. That is, people are getting sued for that. Because you're not supposed to be fasting and working strenuous jobs and dealing with very stressful situations. That was meant for spiritual, mental growth and maturity. That's the reason why I say I can't put everybody on the same regimen. Not so. That's like saying that God had made everybody to do the same thing. There are certain specific things he made us all to do, like use the restroom, eat, sleep, mate. Certain things, and some of us can't even do that. So we have to be careful, you all. Got the colloidal silver. Some of us, we can't even afford to even take greens. It messes up the stomach too much. It throws you off spiritually as well too. Greens. I found out the hard way just how potent this was. So I'm sitting up here promoting how potent my stuff is. It is. This stuff is green like these earrings, y'all. Can you see the green in there? Or do they look blue? That's how green this stuff is. This chlorophyll, rather. The chlorophyll that comes from your dark leafy vegetable, it will cleanse you out so good, my God, and you better mix it with water, as it has that tongue green too. But when it hits that gut, it's gonna clean it out, y'all. So all them little demonic little things that's running around in there that we call parasites, that's causing you to crave all of this sickness stuff, that's causing you to have all these mood swings and hormonal imbalancement and testosterone levels all whacked out of place. You want to sleep with anything under the sun, or your mate can't satisfy you now. I said it. Or now you got to go and set up a doctor's appointment because now you got a yeast infection. Itchiness, dryness, all these other things, chlorophyll. Get the chlorophyll in the water and get that mint smell coming from oozing from out of the body. It'll cleanse you really good. You want to do it through the colon purifier, like my auntie asked about before, then you will get your monthly supply of this. $40. As of right now, $25 for you all, but I am going to have to change the prices, but they have changed on me. I wanted to be able to keep it that low. So just for the record, I'm letting everybody know, like, share that's tuning in, because I'm not going to keep on asking the same question over again. Unless you are a newcomer. So like and share. I am going to have to change the prices, you all, because I'm finding out now that they're changing. 'Tis the season. I gave it to what I could give it to for the price I could, but mostly everybody is already charging 4 to 5 times than what I charge of mine. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, and not even as potent as mine. And I do know this for a fact because I've already tried them. And so I won't have to go up to $120 or so, but I will have to raise the price in order for me to be able to get in other shipment and to be able to not be left not having no shipment at all, you all. So that means I have to be able to order in advance. That's all I'm saying. And that is business. You have to be able to have enough to make sure that your prices is one, not too extreme, but then at the same time, enough to where you're able to order. Because in this season, everybody is ordering now. And the most important thing is that I have enough to be able to give for the people that the Most High has brought to me, that God has given me, and that is you all and whoever else you all send my way. And now that I'm doing more speaking engagements and traveling, I have to have some of them to go on the road as well. And so that brings in more people. So yes, God is good. My business is picking up pretty good, pretty fast, pretty accurate. But the thing is that when you have only a few of us that have really good, high potent, and then me, I assess my people and make sure that they ain't doing no witchcraft and all this other stuff that's going on, y'all. So meaning I have my people hemmed up on the phone, and I got to go out and visit them and talk to them for hours on top of hours sometimes. And it's not like what I'm speaking to you all. I'm assessing. Okay, your stuff is good, but so does Satan got good stuff too, y'all. But I want to make sure that the spirit, that whatever's creating my stuff, I want to make sure that spirit is right now. I'm going to pray over it anyway. We not going to break that. Prayer is always in order. But I like to know the source of where my things are being created from. Because see, it's certain things. You order, Sister Jeanette, through 618-388-8100. That's how you order through the 618 number. And all you got to do is you can be a text in that number too and leave a message and state what you want. And some people are now getting smart. You all good with this technology thing, because I don't even think I've learned how to put in per se the chat or sign in enough through Cash App and then put in. Some of the people are just sending their money and then they say colon cleanse and Moringa, or they'll say I want I say, look at them all right now, y'all ain't playing on it. And so I've sent out their orders through that way as well. So if you have I don't think I put in my Cash App is Dr. Chef F and Jordan still, and all of the capital letters are capitalized. So Dr. Chef F A-N Jordan, and all of the first letters are capitalized. Is right. I guess I can put it in enough time. But yes, I have the colloidal silver. I do have new shipment coming in a few days. I do have the chlorophyll drops that'll help with you guys feeling more refreshed, so y'all can stop using all these fragrance. Ladies, sisters, queens, come on now, y'all. I see what's going on out here, and I'm the same. I love good smell and good, and I stated this before. Hey, this is still part of Motivational Monday. I gotta encourage you all to not get caught up in spending all of your funds on all of these smell goods just because the package look good. You want to smell good from the inside out, and taking something up inside of your private area, may I say, is going to backfire you all. It's toxic. And I know some people mean well, but most of these people that I'm finding out that's doing this is not at all educated at all in the health care of the internal organs, you all. Just like a man did not understand or did not think about before they had created the tampon, that how uncomfortable some of them would be. It wasn't at first, it was all one size because they didn't care about it whether or not a woman's internal vaginal area was big, small, or little. And so here they go, everybody just stuffing stuff up there, and they getting dried, and they breaking out, and they getting yeast infection, and they surely didn't care about it whether or not it was going to be with material that wasn't toxic to your area. So now, all these years later, people putting these tampons up in, and I'm sorry, y'all, I got to give it to you like it is. Now you got fibroids. Now you got cancer. You got users, some of y'all that had to go through, unfortunately, having to have hysterectomies and everything because you didn't realize, even with the talcum powder, when they sued Johnson & Johnson, and if some of y'all missed out on that major lawsuit, I'm sorry that you did, but now you're getting the knowledge here today to help inspire and motivate you to start looking more into what you are putting into your body just to be able to feel fresh and clean. Chlorophyll, if you're not eating enough greens, at least a cup a day of greens, leafy vegetables. If you're not, to help cleanse that mucus and that gut out, and you're not eating your fruits, your berries, and your melons every day, then you need some assistance. You need the chlorophyll. It'll cleanse you out really good. And if you're confused about how much and how often, because each person's body is different, you call the 618-388-8100 number. That's all you have to do. And then the chlorophyll, it also helps. It tastes like water, you all. You don't even think that the colloidal silver, I'm sorry. The colloidal silver, you would think that this stuff wouldn't do nothing because it tastes mostly like water because it's mostly water content, purified water. But no, it has the silver in it. It helps to bind up mucus as well. Most people use it for flu, inflammation, sinus, the drains for sinus, ear infections. Use it for headaches. But also now, I can't speak for other naturopaths, y'all, so don't bother trying to ask all y'all naturopaths. We all have our own different experience in learning through our own clients, clearly. And I'm saying that because I've asked some of them, and your doctor surely ain't going to know about it. Because ours didn't when we were taking my stepson to get his vision. We pulled him off of the meds. That's the different strokes of different folks. Took him off the meds. Some of you all know the story. And the drops is what I recommended because I learned that from my elder that had cataracts at 60 something years old, and their vision was starting to decline. And so I said, okay, well, if you use this much, and then it helped, and they were diagnosed with autoimmune disease as well. But all praises be to the Most High God. She was a naturopath as well, and learning daily or what was good for our bodies and what wasn't, and had her own health store as well. And she told me about the colloidal silver being used to reduce inflammation in the eyes. And so those who are going blind, have vision issues, you might want to consider 1 drop a day or in the morning and night, especially if you're on those toxic eye drops that's not healing your eyes at all and not reducing any inflammation. It's just, I know it seems harmless because it's clear and it look like water. Well, this is clear. The colloidal silver is clear and look like water too. But the results is that the inflammation in his eye was reduced down to the point to where now they could finish off if they wanted to take the weights of the rest of it off through laser surgery, and the health of the vision. And the vision was automatically improved, you all. That's my testimony. And I use it sometimes for mine as well. And I'm telling you now, it has everything that God naturally created is used for multiple things. Nothing that he creates doesn't multiply in some type of good positive way. I went through B12 already. Okay, and then we have the famous, y'all know, CMOS. Interested in that. I have an uncle that's having vision issues. Yes, I will highly recommend the colloidal silver for sure, because most of our elders are suffering from that, and for them to be on prednisone and all these other eye drops, we already see the decline. And Shanice, myself, I was CNA for years, and I stayed in that field and kept going back and forth in there just to see if whether or not our people was actually improving on these long meds and especially eye drops and things that they had to take. No, just got worse, caused mental issues, wound up going to surgery, and now most of them are legally blind now. So yes, yes, perfect time to try. It does not sting the eyes. Just one drop in the morning and in the evening. Let me know. I do prefer that if somebody is confused about something, call in or be a text at 618-388-8100. My number is in the upper part of the chat, you all. I did put it in there to order. So if you go back and down into the chat, scroll up to the very beginning, I did put it in there. And now, woo, one of the last but not least, one of the last, the powder sea moss, y'all. Y'all already know what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. I got the purple, the all organic. Y'all already know what it is. You can put it in your drinks, in your smoothie. Organic drinks, all natural juice is preferred. Your juice in your smoothies. You can put it in your food. Y'all that's going to be eating your vegetable soup, because all of y'all are not doing fruits. I get it. I get it. I'm not going to lie. There are some people that's, I do my vegetable soup sometime, my lentil bean soup sometime, and 1 teaspoon. Or if you're doing a whole pot, you can do a tablespoon or two of your sea moss. Get your 92 minerals, you all, is what I'm saying, in your system. It helps to balance out your weight. It helps with inflammation. It helps with hair growth. It helps with skin. Everybody always compliment me about my skin. I'm like, yes, for the most part, I've always had decent skin. My classroom mates are tuning in. They know that I always have. But my skin starts showing up pimples too, and start getting distressed too. I can tell when it's stressing out. 92 minerals in the powerful, miraculous, super sea moss. And you can take this and put it in anything that you need to. Some people even take, and if you're doing it by glass of an 8 ounce, you can take and put a teaspoon in, stir it up, and drink it on down. You can soldier it down. But a lot of people are doing it in juice. People ask me, can I gel it? Why gel it? Take it the most simplest way, y'all. Let's not make things complicated. Y'all got all the other stuff. You got smoothies and jellies and all that other stuff y'all gonna do. I know that that's how they marketing it now, and that's all right. But I like things in this most potent form where I can get the best, quickest result in the most natural way. And so that's why I promote it in the powder or the granulated form, because it's more highly potent without being diluted at all. Okay. And so to have it wet, and what I mean by dilute, I mean to have it just wet by the water juice is enough. You don't have to have it to gel up. Stop always wanting to have a spoon and digging up in something, y'all. Y'all know we something else. I'm talking about myself too. And then, y'all, I told y'all. Sister Candy, all y'all done got y'all stuff. How you doing on y'all stuff? If y'all don't want it from, I told y'all. This is my own brand, Dr. Chef, Natural Liquids, Advanced Multi-Mind. Only thing I hate is that I got to keep this off this top, because they will drizzle down that what you call. And I'm just trying to soup it up. I just want to drink it all up. I'm not going to lie, I do. But I'm like, I don't want to be up for like 10 days, because I'm afraid with all of the powerful superfoods and minerals that's in this liquid advanced multivitamin. 1 ounce, y'all. Just 1 ounce. Drink it down. Yes, you can mix it in your smoothies and all that if you want to, but it tastes so good. I brought the sample to the church last Sunday and Saturday, and everybody, that tastes good. Don't dilute it. No, that tastes good. I'm about out, y'all. I'm down to 3. And I will not. I'm sorry that just like that I had to change the prices. If I had known that it was going that it was such a need, I knew it was a need for all natural advanced multivitamin, that in my case it has no artificial colors, sweeteners, flavors, sugar, starch, yeast, casein, wheat, gluten, soy, or milk. And I already gone. Y'all got to check back for Wellness Wednesday on the last one. I already went down to the list and last Motivational Monday. I think I went down the whole list of everything that was in there. Christmas time, you all would be December the 1st is when you would have to put in a special order for it. If I'd known that it was going to do that well, I promise you I would have put thousands towards it. I would have. But I didn't know. And you don't know until you present something. I did not know until I had to double check again. So that's on me to see again that we don't have any advanced multivitamins that you can just take one time out the day to give you all those powerful superfoods. I had one of the best of the best. I said, man, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. The power of prayer. I prayed, like, share. I prayed, and God gave it to me. The Most High blessed me to be able to get it. And man, and yeah, I had to save a few for myself because when I heard it, I got the when I called, I was pleading. I said, "Ain't no way." I said, "I'll pay extra for it. I need to be able to give my people this advanced multivitamins. This is the best. I've searched high and low. I can't find any. I'm trying to steer most of our people away from the pills because, as you all know, the liquids penetrate in the bloodstream a lot faster, a whole lot faster, and usually it's more potent because they don't want to waste any of the natural natural minerals and everything that's in there, and they come in these dark bottles or in these bottles that's contained up really good. And the same with, even though this is plastic, that's still not a regular plastic one. It's the most definitely the PBA free and coated with protection shield in the inside. And so you don't have to worry about chemicals releasing out into it. And I tell people, if you're that worried about it and you're that stressed about it, then just eat your fruits. Just try to get all those fruits and vegetations that you can, and minerals that this is loaded with. We got the vitamin B12, 6, and 3 in this one. And yes, you can add more of your B12 in it because it's not enough higher dose for if you're lacking in energy. Okay. And so when you're taking care of your body in that way and eating your fruits and your vegetation, staying away from all this artificial dairy and clean toxic meat and all of this yeast. I'm dealing with some naturopaths that I know myself. Yes, I'm putting it out there, not to bash at all, because then that's the reason why I'm not calling names. I'm dealing with naturopaths right now that was addicted to bread, and I've dealt with it for years. And it's affecting how they do business. It's affecting how they're lying. It's affecting how they treat their people when they're talking to them. They're trying because they're coming where. That's what I mean, you all. When we become influencers and leaders, we need help too. Unfortunately, everybody is not as passionate as I am and as diligent as I am about seeking out help from my elders in this, so that I don't get thrown off and wind up throwing you all off. And so that's the reason why I had to share this in this way. Now, if there's any questions through this Motivational Monday, anything, topics or anything that for those of you all that are still tuned in that you would like for me to speak on, please let me know. She looks the same as in high school. Thanks, Shanice. I told you had an age, either you know that, interested in having an uncle. Okay, he's 70 and haven't aged at all. That's my elementary school students. He said I haven't aged a little bit since high school, but I was eating that junk with us, and I was ready to steal chocolate chip cookies. That's how much I was eating that junk. God just blessed and covered. And then, but y'all didn't know I was suffering from them horrible cramps and migraines at the time too. I sure was. And I was anemic and did not know it either. And so those are what I'm talking about. Those internal sicknesses that we don't know about, that unfortunately my mother didn't know either. Even though she was a praying woman, she was not aware of these things. I sent you a message. Yep, I did see something come down. I did. And I'm going to check it as soon as I, because I do have a shipment going out today and then tomorrow as well, you all. So I'm about to close out because I know I didn't get a chance to. Hey, Sister Dorothy, how you all coming along? I miss all of y'all. Lauren to call, whoever else need to call. Y'all call me when y'all get follow. Auntie Tracy. Oh, y'all. Mrs. Quas. Yes. All of y'all. I love you all and that's, y'all can blame Sister Cherry for me blowing so many kisses, y'all. So I'm not trying to be particular. She don't even let me off the phone without make you feel like I'm 3 years old again. Because God knows this stuff get heavy. I ain't gonna lie, it gets heavy. And I'll be in my own mind saying, Lord, how in the world If you help me to be able to deal with all of this. I do. I ask myself the same question, you all. I do. And that's when you know that it is the Spirit of God. It is something greater and higher than you. It is, But for the most part, I want you all on Motivation Money to know that I'm praying for you all. Thank you all so much for liking and sharing. And for those who all that missed it, I stay on as long as I can because I know I'm not coming on every day. And I'm going to get to a place to be able to stretch it, but I have to be wise. So always pray for wisdom for me that my timing gets more balanced and balanced. I know we can't control everything, but that can get better. I do believe that can get better. And more I learn how to learn this computer, then it most definitely can happen. And I'm praying that I get trying to work on. I got to look in. So any y'all got any bright ideas about little cameras because I'm getting called for more meetings. I want to be able to film certain things too. That I deem that would be very helpful, especially for our sisters and the brothers too, because a lot of you all are attached to, you got wives, and everybody that got consultations too. I want to share that's on or already have your orders and your shipment. Make sure that you all follow up with me through a via text. If you don't get a response within 24 hours, then that's just something mean call back like you do when you want to order something real bad. That's what that means. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. If I want something, I'm gonna keep on calling. So don't miss out on your consultations. Know that I love you all, and I'm going to pray you all out of here, and pray that you all have a beautiful week until we meet on Wellness Wednesday. The Lord said the same. All right, you all bow your heads, and we're going to say this prayer. Father God, we thank you so much for blessing us all to come before you another Motivational Monday. We ask that you continue to help keep us motivated and inspired to be healthy first within the mind and in the spirit, so this can resonate and showing us how we need to eat to live a more better life, but not just focusing on eating more so than we are in making sure that we have the love of you in our hearts one for another. Help us not to pimp your gifts that you have given us, not to take it for granted, all the goodness that you have placed in us to be able to be a help one to another. Help us to have a more of a loving heart, a more true heart for being able to connect in a more good and perfect and righteous way one to another, so that we all can help each other's heal for whatever is ailing us, whether it just be mentally, whether it be physically, where it's affecting our bodies with different disease. And that's why we rebuke right now any evil, demonic, satanic attacks that comes upon us and our families as we're trying to stay on this health and wellness journey. Protect all of us as we go come in and go out in the name of Jesus and Yeshua HaMashiach, we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I gotta go take down my team, y'all. I am officially done. So if y'all got something to do, I gave the two. Y'all know what I do. I stay on for a little bit. This is gonna be one of the days that I just stay on just for a little bit, give myself a little musa. Because it was so much that I wanted to say that the Most High was saying, don't say it. Don't say it. So I had to learn how to listen. And that's the thing. That is the thing when you are doing this type of work. And I know some of you all have experienced it because some of you all are teachers and speakers. And I feel sorry. I don't feel sorry, but I be feeling my teachers, my school teachers, because I know the children can come up with some stuff, can't they, y'all? Woo! And you may have to say some things to them. And I'm like, ooh, wee, look at here, look at here, look at here. I kind of look, I want to tell you something that your mama and your daddy should have told you, but I already see where you get it from. Yeah. I have to coach a lot of teachers and people in positions, in positions of authority, because it's a heavy one, you all. And that's the reason why I say you all pray for any of us that are in front of this camera, and those of us who are on missions, all of us, because the attack is real. But more importantly, what I notice is usually when a time like this is coming, for our men, it usually leads them astray and lead them trying to spread their seed and do a whole lot of other things that puts them into survival mode when we're in leadership positions. And then for the women, it usually make us want to call out for each other to try to rally together and see what we can do to protect ourselves. Is what I notice, or our children and our families. And so we usually try to rally together, try to change some things, or be the ones to be the mother of the earth. It's what I've noticed down throughout history. This is not nothing new under the sun. It's what I noticed. So if anybody got anything to say, you can. It's I'm off the chart now. That part, click, gone. So this is the behind the scenes right now. Because I'm like, okay, I got about 30 minutes. Now I'm taking Musa before I hit those streets. And I'm doing this. Sister Lauren, just letting you know, Dr. Chef, I emailed my order for the colon purifier. Yes, okay, thank you so much. That's helpful. I will be checking the email. You sure did. Yours is in. Yours is in, Lauren, for between either this evening or in the morning to go out. So you will receive yours this week for sure. And I asked everybody, I'm glad you said something, Lauren, because I asked everybody, please let me know, via text me and let me know when you received it. Because even though it's coming priority, I still like to know, because sometimes you just never know. I only had one person so far to tell me that they didn't see their order come through. Oh, but then they turned around. I take that back. They turned around and told me that it came. They did. And so that was a good thing. That's some hidden figureness. You got a lot of minds, boy. Oh my God, sent divine women, boy. You got a lot of minds of them. I like that term. I'm gonna have to use that in this class. I gotta use that one. That's some hidden figureness. Shalom, precious. We'll be in touch soon. Been off the grid. I understand. Most of us want to go off the grid. Y'all, I did camping this week. Y'all didn't know, but I was trying to record it. I was trying. I'm off the health and wellness thing. Unless y'all ask a question, y'all, which y'all know me, I can shift. It don't irritate me or bother me. Man, I was on that camping, boy, with that church total worship and praise, man. They making fun of me, talking about some. I got the nurses station up in there because my tent was the biggest tent, and and the pastor's like, man, you got that big old tent for your little self. I said, no, I got the big old tent for everybody. I said, just in case somebody want to come in, y'all talking about they want the consultation, and they got their section, they can come in, so nobody be nosy. And I said, and then I got my sleeping station. And then I got my open station where I don't want to get bit by no bugs or nothing. And so that's how big that tent was. I think it was a 20 by 20. But I ain't gonna lie, man, the weather was so nice. It was so nice to where I was like, I can do this. I can live off the grid. You just see how crazy we be thinking. We think we can do something just gonna be doing for a week or so. And so it was cool. The weather was perfect and nice. And then it started raining. I heard the raindrops, and I'm looking up at the thing, thinking, "Ooh wee, what if the rain just dropped down? The whole tent just came in." Because I never gone camping before, y'all. Yeah, my mama hovered us. We didn't get a chance to do that on Sunday school. Bibles. And the moment my mama them found out, look, notice I said my mama them. I'm like, the moment my mama them found out that little stuff can be going on in them Bible camps, I think it's right. Then you already know that's my sister. She was like, I ain't sending my babies out there. Ain't nobody gonna be messing with my babies. And so that was my first time camping. It was fun, Joe. It was fun. You got some yard space to be able to put up. Maybe I can give my tent to you. You'll love it. You'll love it. And so, yeah, I'm just thinking about, how Most High, this whole week was different. It was so different. But through me doing it, and I do believe that because of the prayer, that God did allow me to know specifically what I needed to pray for my loved ones and everyone that's been part of my life, especially within the past few years. And y'all, when I say y'all got to pray for us, pray for everybody that's attached to me in any shape, form, or fashion, then do so, because we're going to need it. Because the thing about it, when you in leadership, you all know, Shanice, y'all know, you own your own business, nursing business and all that. When something happens with us, it affects everybody. It affects everybody around you. And that's just something that, and that's not the same for everybody. If you just mostly taking care of yourself and you're going to work and you leave and that's it, and you're not in those positions, then the impact is not as great. But when you're in a leadership position and you're not making the wise decision, and as things come up, we bring on um, more of a chastisement is what we do to ourselves. And that's why I say, no, I can't take any credit for being able to still come before you all. I can't take any credit for that. It was indeed prayer and my elders and me wanting to get things right, and wanting to learn how to stay focused on what God originally planned for me to do, and asking God for the heart to forgive again and again, and asking for him not to take away the love that I have in my heart. It got real good and simple. And I know all of us are dealing with something in life that causes us to feel like we're going to just snap, crackle, and pop. But when this is how you know when you've been chosen, because where others have, you don't. You don't. I didn't have no set regiment to do nothing at that time. I just had so much going. All I kept hearing was the Spirit just saying, just do it. I'm going to send the help that you need. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. It's not going to be perfect. Just do it. Some of you all have had several different ones will call in and say, nope, just do it. We need to see your face. And I just don't know just how powerful that was to me, to know that I was just needed to be an encouragement for somebody, because a lot of you all got started on regiments with me, and I know you all need, and that is actually what helped pull me out, because I'm like, wait a minute, remember, I'm the oldest and I'm used to doing this for years now. And so it's not just as easy just because a setback happened to just sit there and just forget about everything and everybody. It's not easy to do that. That's when you know whether or not when you really truly care or not too, outside of what you're going through or what's being challenging to you. You just can't do it. And so me, I'm learning myself as well, even though I may know my body for what's healthy for me and what's not, for the most part, knowing mentally what I could really truly process and press through. You don't know that until that test comes. But I do know that I prayed prayers in advance that if anything of what I had experienced this past 2 years, if it happened, I did pray prayers as a young girl that I would pray that God would send his people, the good people and his angels out to help me. I did ask God for that. And so I encourage you all to do the same thing. Whenever you're going through tests and trials in life, I truly do encourage you all to pray in advance, because if nothing else is for sure, you're going to be tried. On your health and wellness journey, you're going to be tried. With your family, you're going to be tried. With your friends, you're going to be tried. With your mate, you're going to be tried. And in order for you to know how that strength, as a lot of you all saying, oh, Dr. Shelf, you're strong. You can't have no strength if you don't do no exercise. It ain't no strength in you. That's no different from having a weak immune system. If you don't put the natural healthy things that you needed in your body to be able to help fight off viruses and disease, then you won't. You're going to be sick like everybody else. You're going to be laid up. And unfortunately, sometimes that results in death. And so this is just something that I think that this is just a journey that we call life. And that's the reason why I know I just could never stop motivating and inspiring others to hang in there and not to be, especially when you know you have responsibilities. And my goodness, if you know you've been chosen and you've been called to do a work, you can't stop. But at that point now, your job is to make sure that you're doing it, like I said at first, early on, in the right spirit. You got to ask God to help you to do it with the right spirit. And none of us is going to get this perfect. I'm going to tell you that right now. You could strive for it. I think that's why the scripture tells us you better strive for perfection. Men are to strive for perfection. That means striving means that's not easy. That's like, I hear perseverance. I hear endurance. I hear some suffering in a cup. but you got to be striving for it. You got to make that part of your goal. If not, most of us would be done for already. I can tell you that right now. I know I'll be done for. If I didn't have that in my mind, if I hadn't been taught it, if I hadn't read it, if I had seen it, if I hadn't even ever heard, ever seen it accomplished, I wouldn't be here today. Neither would some of you. You don't have to experience the same thing everybody else experienced in order to know that there is a higher being, there is a higher source of God and spiritualness that's got to be helping us as little people be able to navigate through this world, to be able to be and have an impact on one another the way some of us do. You don't have to, no, you don't have to. So it's just one of those things where when I say no, it's not just about being healthy. It's mostly about indeed asking God to help you to have the right spirit and the right heart when doing a great work for His people. That also leads to say, I forgot to announce y'all. Guess what, y'all? Also, we're gonna have our cooking show back again. We're gonna have it back again, y'all, real soon. We're gonna have it back, y'all. We got some special treats. Got some of our former clients and business associates. We talking about it now. Y'all is coming back, so y'all ready to laugh and have good fun. Cause all of this stuff, this heavy. That's a lot. I know some of this is heavy for some of y'all, and so that tells me how strong some of y'all are too. But we're going to have what we got in here. Hey man, Tasha P. Yeah. There we go. Look how look, boy, look how that divine nature. Dr. Tasha showed up. She's gonna be the one. Those of y'all that came for November for the Thanksgiving that we had. She's the one that made sure everything had went well with the catering and everybody got served. Didn't even have it scheduled. She saw that the help and the work was needed and came in like superwoman and made sure that everybody got fed, everybody got what they need because she has her own catering business. She's going to be one of the ones that just opened up her own store that we're going to be discussing. Getting the cooking show back, the queens in the kitchen, and yeah, it's gonna span to the queens and the kings in the kitchen. Yeah, and it's my saying, what goes on in the kitchen stays in the kitchen, and we gonna work that thing out. That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, smoothies are gonna be up and going. We're gonna soups. We got everything that our bodies need, and we'll be addressing that along with whatever is being discussed in the kitchen. So we will have our own kitchen little talk show host that will be healthy mentally, spiritually, and it's going to be a whole lot of laughter. Y'all know how to do it. It's going to be a whole lot of laughter because it is good for the heart. Ain't that right, Tasha? So no, a lot will not be politically correct. I'm saying it to you now. Stop it. We're not gonna be in there just be having church and clapping hands and stomping our feet. No, we're not. We're gonna do like we do at home, but we look having our chitty chatting it up while we eating on some good healthy food, y'all. So that should be happening. And you know what? So yeah, that would be taking place. Where the goal is to have that to be taking place for this Thanksgiving part, and so we can show you all some dishes. Tasha just thought about it. Dr. Tasha, we can have it to where we are showcasing you all some good healing dishes from my cookbook and some extra added ones. So that's what we will be working on. That would be good since we all can't come back together for the second annual Thanksgiving service and dinner that we had. That way you all can do it at home with your own, or you can create your own. Invite me, I come. Invite me, I come, and I'll fix up a dish or whatever. We can do that. You can make that a new thing where everybody start. I don't care. It don't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be a whole gigantic turnout. And so there you go. Just feed me like I fed y'all. That's all. Some real good healthy food, and we can work some things out here now and give us some good recipes and things. And because I am looking forward to writing another cookbook really soon. So I'm done, you all. I got to tune out here, y'all. It was 2 hours. You all go back, like and share, and go back over the information. Prayerfully, it helps somebody. Forget we got all of my natural goods here. We did leave out. You know what? We left out the spray. Y'all seen the for life spray? That's good. That so many was using that wasn't healthy. They help bind up the mucus in the body, and that helped heal a lot of people. Um, help support it in boosting the immune system for those of y'all that were fighting, you know who. Okay, so y'all call in to the 618-388-8100 or via text in. You can also leave a message as well. I will be checking out the best. I love you all. We already said our prayers. And yes, and then that's it. And Lauren, yes, we want to make sure that we double check to make sure that your colon purifier and all the rest of the orders that you all have ordered is going out between today and tomorrow. I love you all. Be healthy, be strong. Y'all got this. All right. Bye bye.